Welcome to the 70th Annual Santa Maria Elks Parade. Today's coverage is brought to you by Marion Regional Medical Center, Santa Maria Valley Chamber of Commerce, Central Coast Now Television, and Mega 97.1. Now, here's your hosts, Mark Cota-Robles and Jasmine Veal.
Oh, good morning, everyone, and here we are once again, a beautiful Saturday morning. This is the 2013 Santa Maria Elks Rodeo Parade. I'm Jazz, this is Mark, this is Bobby Aquistapachi. Mark and I were with Central Coast News, of course, KCOY, CBS 12, and we're just glad to be out here. Bobby, glad to have you back.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a great day. We have a beautiful day today. It's going to be just absolutely superb. It's going to be a little warm, I think.
Yeah, Chamber of Commerce weather right now.
We
forgot the sunscreen. It's getting warm already here at 9 a.m.
Hey, it's summertime, and we have lots in store for you if you're snuggled up at home right now, if you didn't make it out to Broadway like so many of these families are doing right now. They are in their lawn chairs with their coolers. The street has now been blocked off by the police, so just to give this parade route a smooth flow. And we have the Elks Lodges coming up with their floats, the Santa Maria Touring Elks, the Lompoc Flower Festival Queen will be making an appearance.
Absolutely.
Along with the Rigetti High School Band, the Sheriff's Posse, the list goes on.
Always nice to see the high school involvements with the kids coming down Broadway.
Absolutely. And one of the things that we've done in the parade committee is that in the last probably 10 years, we've given back about $125,000 to the, particularly to the bands and so forth, to help their programs, because their programs have been cut back so much,
big time.
So drastically.
They've taken a big hit.
We tried to do what we can to promote them, because of course we have a vested interest in seeing to it that they keep going so that they can be in our parade.
Exactly, and just the fact that they can give so much, and you all can give so much back to the community, and then they can pass that on generations to come. And one of my favorite entries, I'm sure I'm not alone in this, the Elks Clowns, when they come out here in the miniature cars, and I enjoy that every year.
It's just great community spirit. Again, so if you're joining us right now, spread the word, pick up the phone, tell your neighbors to turn it on.
It's
the
fun to
KCOY,
watch.
CBS 12, also streaming on live, KCOY.com. I'm excited. We have at least 2 hours, maybe a little bit more, depending on the length of the parade. So we're going to be here with you throughout the duration, watching all the entries come down. More than 150 entries.
Well, and I see everyone pointing to the sky.
Exactly.
So we're about to take a shot, and this is pretty special to this
is very
parade,
special. This is the first time we've had this.
Skydiver.
This guy's done over 8,000 jumps, Jazz.
And he's performed in several of these high-profile events, such as the Olympics in the U.S. and Seoul, Korea. He's done skydives for NFL games, Major League Baseball games, IndyCar. Mark, that's one of your favorites. We were just at the Indy 500. I don't think I saw Kent Lane this year at Indianapolis.
Well, this guy's been doing this since 1976, so he has a long career.
He has a long resume.
These jumps.
NASCAR races. He pilots his own plane even for other skydiving teams. Such
Hopefully
as
he's not piloting his plane today
now it's all
as he jumps out.
Hopefully there's a co-pilot involved.
Yes.
Or
today
the plane's
going
to do a stunt of its own, So really, really awesome. He flies his own 1941 World War II, by the way, fabric wing open cockpit biplane when he's not doing this stunt.
And as he's making his way closer to the ground, we want to mention that it was provided today, courtesy of Dan and Jennifer Sacecki. They will be in the Coca-Cola truck that the skydiver will board after the jump to continue down the parade route, so everyone can wave and say hello and take photos. So we want to thank Dan and Jennifer for allowing this skydiver to join us today. Everyone looking towards the sky, and they got their cameras out.
Well, and you could hear the cheers and applause as everyone finally noticed the flaming American flag in the sky.
The American flag that he's got with him is 10,000 square feet.
Wow.
It's a huge American flag.
Well, as it's getting closer to the ground, you can really notice how large it is. He has the best view right now. Yeah, what does this weekend mean to the Elks? This is a huge weekend for you.
Well, you know, it's about the biggest thing that happens in Santa Maria, and it's, the purpose of the parade is really to put on a show for the community.
All right, he's making his landing. Here he is, Kent Lane, and he is down. Nicely
Nails
done.
it.
All right.
Fantastic.
Yeehaw!
And the crowd goes wild.
How cool is this?
He's got a big smile.
He has the helmet on. He undresses pretty quickly from that parachute. Arm up in the air. completed.
And you notice he had one of those GoPro type cameras there on his helmet. So
I wonder where we're going to be seeing that.
neat video for sure.
That was just beautiful.
Very neat. We're just watching him as he wraps up and gets all of his gear
Yes.
off. Because again, he's going to be jumping at the Coca-Cola truck and making his way actually in the parade
kinda had
route. So if
Kinda
you're
had to
home
hit,
right
hit the
now,
ground running on that.
Yeah.
come join us on
exactly.
Broadway, and you can see Mr. Kent Lane and give him a wave as he joins the parade here in just moments.
Gosh, what a morning he's had. Hope he's had his coffee, skydiving, parade route.
Bobby, have you had
Rodeo.
your coffee?
We had a cup.
Now they're doing some photo ops. What a beautiful day. We
It's
said it
absolutely
earlier.
gorgeous.
If you are just joining us again, Mark and Jazz here with Central Coast News, and we're going to be here for over 2 hours on KCOY, CBS 12. What a morning we have. Over 150 entries, so plenty to see, plenty to talk about.
And I wanted to introduce again Bobby Aquistapachi. You're going to be hearing his voice throughout the next half hour or so. We're going to mix things up. Bobby, you're invited back anytime you want to
Thank
keep
you.
us company here. Yeah, we're kind of peering over our shoulder. There he is, fist pumping in the air.
Fun.
So fun to watch.
I believe right now we're going to have our national anthem from Annika Doby. She is standing by. She has the mic. She is a Napomo native. She is just over our right shoulder.
Looking beautiful as ever.
Wow. What a wonderful voice.
The crowd
This is great.
goes wild. Again.
She sings the national anthem at the opening ceremonies of the rodeo.
Oh, and we've seen her for the last several years
Yes.
here at the parade. Annika
Absolutely.
Doby. Napomo, she graduated from Napomo High School. She was recognized as an outstanding member of the Napomo FFA. She ran for Elks Rodeo Queen in 2012. She competes in women's barrel racing. She does it all. She currently attends Allen Hancock College and works at the Wham Boutique. And her parents are Case and Iona Doby, who operate a nursery in Napomo.
Thanks again to Annika Doby. Beautiful to get the event officially started this morning. And with that said, the parade begins. Here they come.
I hear the engines rumbling. The little kids are so excited. They're looking at their parents. When is this going to start? Come on. We've seen the skydiver. We want more. We want
you go.
more.
And coming right by our broadcast booth, let's get it started with the first entry this morning. The Boots and Shoots All Airborne Association, representing Lompoc, Santa Maria, Guadalupe, and surrounding cities right here on the Central Coast. The association, composed of veterans paratroopers who have served in elite units such as the 82nd, 101st, 11th, 187th, 173rd Special Forces, and the 18th Corps. Waving to the crowd.
And again, I can't say it enough, just the fact the weather is so fantastic. I think it just infuses that energy into the families, into the fans, into the entries in the parade. I mean, last year, I know we struggled with maybe that it was going to rain. It never did, and it
Just a
cleared
heavy
up.
mist.
Yeah,
Just
just
a
a heavy
very
mist.
heavy mist.
So we are very lucky here on the Central Coast.
I want to mention
It's going to make up for it this year. I
Yep.
think.
As this first group goes by, the All Airborne Association, these units have fought in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Grenada, and Desert Storm. this year, Boots and Shoots is honored to have marching with them the newly formed Chumash Native American Color Guard from Santa Ynez, which is led by Charlie Centeno. And behind the guards, we've seen video here, is an original 1942 World War II Jeep restored by the association's membership over a period of 19 years.
There they are, the nice-looking motorcycle riders.
The Santa Maria Touring Elks.
Wait until you see the band right behind them.
Now, Jazz, the Touring Elks started in 1981 for the Elks that enjoy riding motorcycles.
And they have the support of the Elks programs and activities, both in that manpower as well as the donations. And over the years, thousands of dollars have been given, again, and you mentioned this, Bobby, to organizations including the Elks National Foundation, the Elks Major Projects, the recreation, local charities, the Touring Elks, riding in support of the many different toy runs as well during the holiday season. I hear them, and there they are. As promised, the Santa Maria High School Saints Band, composed of 45 members.
The director of the band, Mr. Valdivia, and the Saints Band under the direction of drum major Diego Patricio. And Bobby, you know well that these kids, I mean, they prepare for this.
They do
this
prepare
is
for it. You bet they've been
them.
working on this for a long time.
Well, look at the formation.
Look at this. Isn't this wonderful?
That takes some skill. Not only are you playing an instrument,
that is cool,
but to remember the footwork and the choreography.
That is cool. That is wonderful.
Now, the Saints Band has received a rating of excellent and superior in the past 5 years. This morning, as you're watching, they're going to be performing The Thunderer by John Philip Sousa, as well as When the Saints Go Marching In, arranged by Mr. Valdivia. Let's listen in.
Great sound. Great sound. Everybody in step, which is always a good thing.
You know, Bobby, we were saying earlier as our broadcast began, you know, it's tough to see because a lot of the high schools, even the middle schools for that matter, but losing funding for music education. So it's tough to see that. And then nice to see that, you know, a lot of campuses are able to continue it.
Absolutely.
And look at the success that they can have if that funding is in place and if you work hard enough. And again, that band is thanking their faculty and staff, the parents, and the community for that support in music education.
The Salinas Elks Lodge 614 Honor Guard formed in 1982. And they've made their way here to Santa Maria this morning.
You know what? I love this. We met a few of these folks right in the tap room at the Santa Maria Inn yesterday. They were so excited to be right up front, in the front of the parade. And because they're ready for the parade route and then a big breakfast, they said. So
now, most of the members have served in the armed forces.
I'm waving. I see some of my friends.
Several of its members highly decorated with honors ranging from the Silver Star through the Purple Heart. They are still marching today, promoting patriotism, honor, and the protection of our national flag. Again, that was the Salinas Elks Lodge 614 Honor Guard. And if you're watching at home and you want to come down and join us on Broadway, they have all the fun, I say, parade flair that you can buy down here, you know, noisemakers, hats, all that fun stuff.
And this is the California-Hawaii Elks Association president, Richard McDonald, and First Lady Claudette. They are from, actually, the Pittsburgh, California area, Elks Lodge number 1474.
Looking great this morning.
Matching tops. Love it.
It's always
Mark,
best
you and I can do that.
I know.
It's always best to buy the trumpets and that sort of thing, and then give them to your neighbors or something. Don't take them home with you. I don't.
Exactly.
The noisemakers.
That's right.
Hi, Claudette. You look gorgeous. Thanks for being here, you guys.
The crowds have started to really funnel in since 9 a.m. when this all got underway. I mean, the crowds are really starting to pack in here on the sidewalks. We're just across from the Santa Maria Inn. That's where we're broadcasting from. So there's much more of the route as it goes all the way down towards the J.C. Penney lot.
And you know what's great? Every once in a while, you'll be able to hear maybe through our microphones former county supervisor Joni Gray. This is, I think she said, her 67th parade, and she's helping MC this route, getting the crowd rallied up.
They used to, the Joe Gray family used to lead the parade.
Oh.
And I think she was in the parade, well, she was pretty young.
She probably remembers most,
I'm
if not
sure she-
all, of these events.
We
I'm
talked to
sure.
her last year before the parade got underway, and I know Joni loves this event, loves this weekend as well.
She looks fantastic.
Coming right by us, this is the California-Hawaii Elks Association Vice President, James Smitley, and his wife, Ann, representing 11,000 elks of the West Coast District, stretching from Simi Valley to Paso Robles, riding with them their grandchildren, representing the district's message to younger families that we need their membership. Bobby, again, you just have to be 21 years old, right?
That's all. That's it. We've got 3,500 members in Santa Maria.
Thank you for tuning in on this glorious Saturday morning. KCOI, CBS 12. This is Central Coast News. Mark and Jazz here. And you know, we talk about doing more positive local news, and I think this is what it's all about. From the rodeo yesterday that we broadcasted live from during the 5 and 6, and now today the parade. Bobby Aquistapache with us. And Bobby, just a little bit about your history quickly.
Well, my first year was, I was 10 years old, and I was the junior grand marshal for the parade. And then somehow I got involved with the parade, and I ran the parade. I was parade chairman for 35 years.
I would love to see photos of that.
Yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, we have film that was done from about 1946 to 1977, and they're for sale out at the fairgrounds at the event center, and also.
It'd be fun to see that history. I had
Well,
a
it's
whole book
also-
in the newsroom of since the 40s.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, and then it's
Detailing
available
that.
on elksparade.com if you want to buy the old videos.
So let me guess,
awesome.
have those years just flown by?
Oh man, they have flown by.
Don't take life for granted.
Nope, it goes very, very quickly.
Live it up every day.
So again, just a moment ago, I do believe we had a power hit that turned our broadcast to black. But glad to be back here. Thanks for sticking with us here on CBS, KCOI,
That is
CBS
live
12.
TV, folks. Working hard. We have crews. We have dozens of people putting on this production. So
Well,
we're
giving us
thanking
these
them
beautiful
and-
pictures.
Yeah.
Our Grand Marshal this year, Michael Clayton, he's done, every year he has a barbecue for the veterans, free barbecue for the veterans at his
He's
office.
a nice man.
He is absolutely wonderful.
And now Michael's the guy also known for his Indiana Jones themed commercials.
Yes.
Yeah? Everyone loving those.
As a matter of fact, he parachutes into this car, as a matter of fact.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So it's
We
kinda fun.
met Michael last year.
We did
and,
a story on him.
Quite a guy.
Yeah, as he
Yeah,
was
no, he's
preparing
wonderful.
his float. And of course, he's doing those commercials for his local law practice.
We're waving to Michael right now. We got the point.
He
We got the point.
recognizes us.
Hi there.
Hey.
Yeah, no, he
Glad
has
to
done a
see
lot
him.
for the community.
His motto, it's your case, but we take it personally. We thank Michael for
Sometimes I think he's a
supporting
kid
the
at heart.
community.
At Christmas time, he really he decorates up his office like
Well, look, and
nobody
he
else.
made this float.
And then he made the Lady Justice float.
This really has a great story. His
For
kids
his
said,
kids.
Dad, we want a float that's with a pirate ship, and he did it.
He said, okay, kids. And you
It was
know,
a
year
long
after
project.
year,
True story, this is a Winnebago underneath.
just the shell built from the ground up. They say they have slumber parties on this thing.
The official name, Michael B. Clayton's Lady Justice.
And he really supports the veterans. He respects and honors them every chance he gets.
Where the motto is, it's your case, but we take it personally.
He has plenty of family and friends there on the float this morning. Standing room only.
Oh, and some even dressed up as the pirates manning the ship.
It's and if you ever have a chance to get on board of Lady Justice, it's really neat to
Isn't that
walk
amazing?
around. They have a lot of fine details, so we enjoy it, and we're glad that he's able to bring it back every year.
What a great entry.
So if you need any help, you go see Michael Clayton's guys. They're excellent funeral attorneys.
Coming up next here on the parade route this morning, American Veterans United. This is newly formed. They assist all veterans who served our country with medical needs, personal needs, and support groups in Santa Maria, Moore Park, and Bakersfield. The president is Henry Alfaro. Their meetings are on the last Saturday of every month at 11 a.m. at the Santa Maria American Legion Hall on Pine Street. They say all are welcome. Again, American Veterans United.
Walking proud and tall. See, Bobby, now you're having your cup of coffee.
Yes.
He was just handed a cup of coffee. That is how we do it, folks.
Now riding with the veterans is Sam Frankel of Star Lee Productions.
Oh, those kids are having fun. They're enjoying that.
And how cool to be in back of one of these
Really?
military
Isn't that cool?
vehicles.
They're having a
Stan
great
Lee,
time.
creator of Marvel Comics and your favorite superheroes, proud to present a Vandenberg Air Force Base benefit concert to celebrate the real superheroes, our men and women in the military. We're saying to join us June 22nd at the Elks Unocal Event Center for Daughtry Live. Chris Daughtry of American Idol fame. Again, that is on June 22nd. Tickets on sale now. Just go to santamariarodeo.com. Click on Daughtry.
And we're still looking at the American Veterans United. Quite the entry here. Several military vehicles. You're seeing the trucks, the flatbeds, the hay bales, the stars and stripes. So what a group turnout. What a group effort.
Okay, so these
this
entries, they run the gamut. Let's look at the one just behind this truck.
Wait for it.
It is Sander Moss from Simi Valley Elks Lodge,
There.
2492.
Look, can we get one of our camera guys to zoom in on just a little tiny
that.
truck in the back? I think it's a carriage or something.
There it
is.
is. I mean, how fun is that?
It's cute. And the Elks sit right in the back.
Absolutely.
Now Sander is this year's District Deputy Grand Exalted Ruler serving the West Coast District.
I got to point out one of our cameramen and one of our camera women wearing the panda hats. They look too cute, working the camera with the festive hats on. They're part of the parade route as well. We love them.
Now this district encompasses 12 lodges from Thousand Oaks to Paso Robles. Traveling with Sander Moss, his wife, Annie.
And they just got a shout out from Joni Gray.
There you go.
He's emceeing this part of the parade route.
Now we have the lodge officers from the
There
Elks
they
Lodge. They're
are.
the ones
And you know what?
that
They're
are
wearing
responsible for
pink
everything.
for a good reason, because tonight at the rodeo, it is, are you tough enough to wear pink?
Today is tough enough to wear pink day.
And that is
Saturday is
all
our,
for a good cause.
Absolutely.
Breast cancer. And you know what? I think these men and women are tough enough to wear pink and
exactly.
help out.
The wagon being led by Jim Elkins. Good morning, everyone. We got a big wave.
Hey!
Pulling their wagon, their mules, Babe and Bell. And it goes without saying, because all lodges do so much across the state for fundraising, but the lodge raising money for local youth groups, that's really the key in veterans, right?
Yeah.
And this is actually the biggest fundraiser, the Santa Maria Elks Rodeo and Parade, so we've got to make it count. This community comes together time and time again.
Again, Santa Maria Elks Lodge, 1538. And now, educate me here, but again, 1538, that means it was it's in the order of when they opened.
I suspect it is. I
established.
really don't know. I suspect it probably is. Yeah.
Okay.
The lodge, yeah.
I should know that, but I don't.
Well, we're putting you to the test this
There you
morning.
go.
Hard-hitting questions
reasonable that it
from
would
Central
be.
Coast News.
The honorary Grand Marshal, and it's Larry Villegas. But Larry isn't with us anymore.
Another highlight of these parades, the fact and how much effort goes into polishing up the classic cars. You can't have a parade without the history and the classic cars and the old vehicles that we see roll through.
We're seeing some of the Santa Marians right here along the parade route on Broadway. It's not too late if you're at home, if you want to come down and join us.
Representing this, Larry Villegas, honorary Grand Marshal. His two daughters along for the ride, Teresa Gibbs and Mary Reinhardt. Great-granddaughter Kaylee and his niece, Colette Canning. And now Larry, he took pride in the fact that he was the longest-serving member of the Santa Maria Elks Lodge.
Now, he became a member of the Elks in Santa Barbara in 1942, transferred his membership to Santa Maria in 1943.
He worked for the. He worked for the parade forever. He only missed two parades He was wounded at Pearl Harbor, and Larry was a great ambassador for the parade.
And that's probably that was his
Wonderful.
photo that we were seeing in tribute right along
He
the
was
side of the
wonderful.
car.
Well, first volunteered here in 1944, remained active with the parade until shortly before his death, just March of last year.
But very, very fortunate
Very
to have
nice.
Larry.
He was a Purple Heart recipient. He was honored as a Grand Marshal at the 62nd Elks Rodeo Parade.
All right, Jazz, we got more pink.
You know I love the color pink.
This is Santa
Bring it
Maria
on.
Elks Lodge, 1538. Bobby, some of your friends we know up there.
Yes. Yeah.
Past
the
exalted rulers. Exalted rulers, these guys, and it sometimes can be a woman too, they pretty much lead the lodge for that one-year term, correct?
Yes, that's correct. These, I worked for most of these guys at one time or another when I was working on the parade.
Now,
It's
have
good to see
you
them.
been exalted ruler before?
Pardon me?
Have you been exalted
I have not
ruler?
been. No, I've
Is it in
not
your
done it.
future?
I doubt it.
There they are, shaking hands, saying hi to people maybe they haven't seen in a while. This is another thing I love. It's waving and the hugs and getting together with people you get busy in your life and you
yeah.
don't always get to see every day.
Exactly.
And
Work,
there's greeting at the
kids.
side there of their wagon. Bill Wilson, he was the exalted ruler in 0506. Willie Moore,
Kim Newman.
2001 to 2002. So glad to see them out here this morning.
And they continue to serve their lodge. Do you hear this?
Jazz, who do we have here?
The bells are
There you go.
ringing.
Community Bank, Santa Maria.
There they are. They're riding with the
Jim Glide.
spirit of the late Ernest Rigetti II, as he was one of the original founders and board members of the local bank. And a big shout out of thanks also to Johanna Bradley for continuing this tradition of having Ernie's 4-Up Mule Team. That is what that is, riding the parade. Jim Glines, riding shotgun, Community Bank of Santa Maria's Chief Executive Officer, and he's joined by his staff, his family members.
I love seeing all the family
And the
members
driver
there.
is this year's Elk of the Year.
They are packed in there. Was that right?
The driver is this year's Elk of the Year,
Well,
Pinky Signorella.
congratulations to him.
He's driving the wagon.
He was behind the wheel.
Now Jim Glines riding shotgun, Community Bank Santa Maria's Chief Executive Officer.
Good morning, Central Coast. Waking up with us here on a Saturday. Glad to have you with us. Again, this 2013 Santa Maria Elks Rodeo Parade, as you well know. Fans lining the street, families lining the street, ready to just see another great parade and get geared up for the rodeo weekend.
This is Country Oaks Care Center up next. Proud to be a part of the parade for the 21st year.
Nice backdrop. They have a blue
that's
sky
cool.
behind them and a plane, a warplane in the sky.
Wow.
It says
how
70
cool.
years of promoting Santa Maria, its youth and vets. And a seesaw on board. Very well done. Look at that cutie.
He's waving to the crowd. All right, good morning, Santa
Hey!
Maria. Here we go. We got more music.
Let's listen in.
The Rigetti High School Thunder Drumline.
This really is one of the crowd favorites every year. Award-winning drummers. They compete, they perform all around the Central Coast. They are under the direction of Cindy Waylander and drumline captain Ricky Luna and coach Robert Pollard.
Again, that was Rigetti High School Thunder Drumline.
Here we go, Mark. Steve Lavanino.
Elks Lodge Citizen of the Year. Good morning, Steve. Of course, Steve representing the city of Santa Maria, as well as Gary and Sisquoc as our county supervisor. Steve spearheaded Santa Barbara County's first ever stand down that provided services for our homeless veterans. He's accompanied by his beautiful wife, Marion, and their puppy, Roxy. They want to wish all of you a fantastic rodeo weekend.